Today I am visiting Canyon Diné. Yes, it's pronounced as Canyon Diné. The valley at the bottom is Navajo land and you can only go there with a registered Navajo guide. Today my guide was Reginald, a really cool guy with a lot of historical knowledge about the canyon and the people who lived here. Canyon Diné National Monument is located in northeastern Arizona and is known for its unique geology. The dominant geologic feature in the park is the lower Permian Diné sandstone. This Aeolian sandstone has observable large-scale tangential cross-stratification, as you can see here. This area is known for a small collection of petroglyphs, as well as a unique-shaped rock face. This formation is known as the owl. You can kind of see an eye socket and a pointy beak. Here you can see some petroglyphs depicting people, deer, chickens, and other animals. This is a collection of clan symbols and some animals. These date back to about 1600s. This shows two females riding horses, chasing after a deer. This rock formation is known as the elephant's head. The edge of it resembles an elephant's head. Also at the base there is a fracture shaped like a parrot. At the base of this rock is another formation called the duck, as it resembles a duck lying on the ground with its head and beak laying flat. There's some more artwork. It's pretty high up now, but the ground level was much higher when the Hopi Indians and then later the Navajo Indians lived here. Millions of years of land uplifts and stream cutting created the colorful sheer cliff walls you see here. Natural water sources and rich soil provided a variety of valuable resources, including plants and animals that have sustained families for thousands of years. Reginald took me to this short slot canyon. You can see the uplifted striations in the sandstone along the walls. Here's a view looking straight up inside the slot canyon. Along the base of the sheer cliff wall, there was a lot of vegetation growing. I guess it's due to frequent condensation running down the face of the cliff and collecting at the base, providing moisture for the plants. The ancient peoples found the canyons an ideal place to plant crops and raise families. More homes were built in glyph alcoves to take advantage of the sunlight and natural protection. These pictographs were created by the Anasazi Indians. They represent cranes. The zigzag line represents water flowing along with people and animals. Canyon Diné National Monument was authorized in 1931 by President Herbert Hoover to preserve the important archaeological resources that span more than 4,000 years of human occupation. This is called the first ruin. According to Reginald, the ground level was located at the line where the vegetation stops. Over hundreds of years, the waters flowing in the canyon have washed away the sandy soil, making the ruins much higher in the cliff face. Dotted throughout the length of the canyon are about 40 homesteads of Navajo families who live and farm and raise livestock here. We came across several wild horses and cows grazing in the canyon. Here you will see another homestead. It looks like a recent addition and it even has solar panels. This homestead has this massive sandstone cliff as a backdrop. On the opposite side of the canyon is this ruin called the Junction Ruin. When I visited in early November, the trees were changing color and these backlit trees look like they are on fire. This is as far as I can zoom in with my camera, but high up on the cliff face is a pile of stones. According to Reginald, that is an ancient burial site. Just a few weathered formations, a few pictographs, and then to the left is a solitary structure. If Reginald had not pointed them out, I would have missed them. If you look closely, you will see some steps cut into the face of the canyon as well as some ropes. The steps were cut into the rock face by the Navajo people. These steps and ropes were used by the Navajo for traversing the face of the cliffs. Here is another homestead in a really magnificent location.
Everything we've done is forgiven. Everything.
These ruins are called the Antelope House Ruins and is the largest collection of buildings. They can be seen from much closer up than most of the other cliff dwellings, located high up on the cliff walls. This staining is called desert varnish. It is created when iron and manganese leach out of the rock faces and flow down the face of the cliff with water. This is called Navajo rock, where 200 Navajo hid from the U.S. cavalry for almost a year, surviving on rainwater and some food stored on top. They survived for almost a year until they were spotted by the cavalry looking for them from the cliff tops on the other side of the canyon. Reginald stated that several deceased Navajo are still interred in crevices at the top of this rock. These pictographs depict conquistadors riding through the area. The Spanish traded with the Navajo and gave them knowledge about farming and raising livestock. But towards the late 1700s, there was frequent fighting between them. This pictograph shows a solitary Spanish horseman riding. This is the famous standing cow house. You know, they say, wild horses won't drag me away, but these wild horses did drag me away from this fascinating place. As this was my last stop on the tour of the valley floor, Reginald provided some good company and lots of historical knowledge to enhance my tour.